Everyone thinks intelligence is about grades, degrees, or winning debates. They're wrong. Psychology has quietly discovered something that changes everything. The most powerful minds on Earth share 6 very specific private habits. Habits nobody sees, habits nobody teaches. And the moment I name them, you'll recognize yourself in every single one. SIGN 1. You sit with questions that have no easy answer, the rarest thinkers. Don't rush to conclusions. They sit in the fire. Most people panic when they don't have an answer. They grab the nearest explanation, slam the door shut, and call it thinking. But you turn the question over, again and again, not because you're confused, but because you respect the complexity. Psychologists call this epistemic patience. Less than 5% of people ever develop it. And it is the hidden foundation of every major intellectual breakthrough in human history. SIGN 2. You argue against yourself. On purpose, average minds seek validation. Rare minds seek destruction of their own ideas. Here's what most people do alone. They replay arguments they won. They rehearse comebacks they never said. They quietly convince themselves they were right all along. But you do something that feels almost painful. You build the strongest possible case against your own beliefs. Psychologists call this active self-opposition. It's uncomfortable, it's humbling, and it is the single internal engine behind every person who has ever genuinely changed the world. SIGN 3. You study your own emotions like a scientist. Anyone can feel. Almost nobody investigates. Feeling an emotion is automatic. Observing why you felt it, tracing it back to its root, mapping the pattern, that is something else entirely. If you've ever caught yourself alone, quietly asking, why did that moment affect me so deeply? You are practicing metacognition. Most people live their entire lives reacting. You are studying the reaction itself. That gap is not small. That gap is everything. SIGN 4. You reinterpret your past with new eyes. Intelligent people don't just remember the past. They rewrite what it means. Memory isn't storage. For a sharp mind, memory is a workspace. If you've ever sat quietly and realized, that moment I thought was a failure was actually the turning point. That person I blamed was actually showing me something about myself. That's not nostalgia. That is cognitive flexibility. The ability to upgrade your understanding without ego. Your mind isn't just holding information. It is reorganizing itself to see further. SIGN 5. You dive deep into things that offer you nothing. Transactional curiosity is common. Intrinsic obsession is genius. Most people only learn what makes them look impressive, earn more money, or solve today's problem. But you fall down rabbit holes at midnight about subjects that will never appear on your resume. Ancient civilizations, quantum behavior, the psychology of color, the structure of music. No audience, no reward, no reason, except that something pulled you. That pull has a name. Psychologists call it intrinsic intellectual drive, and it is one of the clearest, most consistent markers of a genuinely high-functioning mind ever identified in research. Sign 6. You correct yourself mid-thought. Without ego, most people follow a wrong thought to the end. You stop it in the middle. Here's a habit almost no one talks about. You're thinking something through, and halfway in, you catch it. The logic was off. The assumption was wrong. The direction was flawed. And instead of finishing the thought just to feel consistent, you stop, redirect, rebuild. No school teaches this. No degree rewards it. But psychologists recognize it as real-time intellectual agility. The ability to self-correct while thinking, not after. It is one of the rarest cognitive capacities a human being can develop. Closing true intelligence was never loud. It wasn't in the classroom performance. It wasn't in the social media debate. It lived in the quiet. In the private, invisible, disciplined work your mind does when no one is watching. And if these 6 habits already live inside you, they were always there. You just needed someone to finally name them.